We are out on our land today. It is officially hunting season, so we are going out to our blind. This is one of the busiest paths that we have, one of the busiest game trails that we have. This was naturally carved out by wildlife. We did not do this. So this is the main trail that we use to walk back to the blind. So we want to make sure a lot of those leaves are cleared out so that we don't spook anything in the middle of the night, wee hours of the morning when we're walking back. Future build site, guys. This is going to be where the house is going. Over here is going to be where the shop and garage area is going. Back in there we're going to clear a little too. Have our main garden space over there. And let's walk down and I'll show you where our new friends are going to be living. I just heard a turkey. Wyatt's been really wanting to hunt turkey. Maybe we can do that this year. Or spring of next year. And here we are. Up. Back in the front area that we've already cleared. There's goldenrod everywhere.
Now or...
What?
What is it? What is it?
That is from a deer rubbing against it hard. I'm surprised it didn't destroy the tree completely. Knock it over. It's rubbing hard. Mm-hmm.
Look at all that he cleared already. Started not that long ago. He cleared all that dirt.
Very loose dirt. Yeah, it might be a little bit of erosion.
He hit
He hit something.
Okay, back up.
Oh, are you serious? Oh man.
What'd you hit?
Pop that out.
Oh, you can fix that, right? Okay, cool.
As long as that bolts.
Mom, you just broke it.
Mm-hmm.
Baby.
Timber!
Mom, smell this.
Yeah.
All right, good job.
You did it! Those, this right here, that is all the larva, the wax moth. Oh. Woo. Finding more?
Yeah, there's 3 in this one.
All right, don't dig in it. We're gonna freeze them, okay? You see that one? He's trying to get in. He's gonna wiggle. You're gonna crush him. Yeah. I'm sure you kill him though. So this is what extensive waxworm damage looks like. I did a lot of research on this. These were in the middle super. The ones in the top super were right here. The ones all the way in the bottom super, Wyatt, take one out of the bag so we can show what they look like after they've been totally cleaned off. The ones in the bottom super are totally clean. They look like they've never had anything on them before. So I am totally and completely new at this, but you can see some honeycomb right up here, and there are waxworms at every stage here. We've got them in here, they're crawling through here. I'm guessing this is like a chrysalis form here, and they get into here and they just eat it. And they put whatever this is, this webbing, on top of it. And then look at that. When you move this away, every single bit of this comb is just gone. They just destroy it. They eat it clean. I don't want to wipe too much of them off, honestly. I would rather do this at our house, because I really don't want them to, I don't know if these things will dig in the ground and hibernate over winter. I know very little about them. This is very much a learn as you go deal, but I really don't want to risk infesting out here if I'm just going to get new hives. I mean, I think they're just going to be everywhere, but I really don't want to purposefully contribute to the problem. So we're just going to put this in the bag. The really severe ones I'm putting in one bag. The ones that still have a lot of comb on it, I'm putting them in another bag. And then the ones that are totally cleaned off, I'm putting them in a separate bag. And I'm gonna treat all of them. I'm not 100% sure how yet. There are many different approaches to this, so I don't know, we'll figure it out. So I got everything packed up and cleaned up and everything. Packed up the stuff that I need to take home and clean. I'm bringing 3 supers home for right now. I'm bringing the queen excluders, I'm bringing home every single frame, and I'm going to treat all those, get rid of all the old bad comb, and we're gonna get them ready for next year. So I wanna give you a quick little backstory on how we got our bees. We got them from really good friends. I approached a friend in our co-op and just said, hey, I know you guys keep bees and you love them, and I would love to know some pointers, great books to read, great extension meetings to go to. I want to get into them in the spring. I've been wanting to do it for years. Help me out, where do I start? And she said, oh, funny you mentioned that. We are thinking of getting rid of our bees. They are just very busy with life right now. They're in a different season of life, and they're ready to get rid of their bees. And they love them. It was a hard decision for them, but we bought them from them. So last night when we went to move them and bring them onto our property here, we listened to them, didn't hear anybody, didn't want to open the hives just in case. So when we got them here, it was just about dark, but we did open them, and by light of cell phone, we found out that all of the bees, all 3 hives, were beeless. They were just gone. We talked about it quite a bit, and I did a lot of research and found out that it was most likely a colony collapse. All 3 hives. With colony collapse, there are no bees. So, don't know why. You can read up on colony collapse. It's basically a gigantic mystery. There's a lot of theories, but there's no concrete answers. Wax moths are a very opportunistic little parasite.
So what likely happened is after colony collapse, the wax moths got in there and just had a heyday. So now I have a mess to clean up. And here's why I'm not mad about it. It is disappointing that the bees are gone, but like I said, that's nobody's fault. All beekeepers at some point in time have something happen to them, or many somethings happen to them. This happened now, so it's a learning experience. This happened before we got started, really, so it is a great learning experience, and I'm excited to learn about all of these things that can happen because they're easier to identify when it's still mild, if you know what you're looking for. I've learned a ton already, and in the process of cleaning out the hives and getting the frames ready for next season, I'm gonna learn a ton more, and I'm gonna learn about all sorts of other pests because this is what I'm dealing with now, so this is what I'm gonna learn now. This is a learning experience. The learning is just, it's precious, it's invaluable, it's information that is gonna stick with me longer because I learned by it happening to me. So, I'm not upset about it at all. My husband's not upset about it. The kids are very interested in life cycles of wax moths and how they look when they're being squished. So, something to learn for everybody. So I do now have 2 more hives at home that I could work on and probably just swap these out. I do not have the space for all 4 hives to be at my house. So that's why these 2, camera sitting on one, and this one here, are gonna stay out here. We just don't have the space. I do feel a little bad because I really pumped up this whole, between Instagram and YouTube, pumped up this whole, we have our first homestead residents coming out here. Notice I did not specifically say animals, I said residents. They were gonna be bees. Not anymore. But we will have them here in the spring. There will be bees, there will be residents. They will be living here in the spring. For now, we just have deer and whatever it is that keeps crawling around back here, right behind me, living on our property, and they're welcome to it. Homesteading, I have found in the handful of years we've been doing this and getting into it and slowly expanding our gardening, our animals, our land, it can be so exciting and so rewarding and so heartbreaking and disappointing, and it's all awesome. It's all wonderful because everything is a learning experience. And because we homeschool, kind of wouldn't want it any different. So now we're gonna go fix up some beehives.